Okay guys, so welcome back, and we're in the 737 2E livery this time now. And as I said, I was going to do it in two parts, the takeoff and the landing. So this is the, well, I guess second part of the video, where we're going to be doing our arrival into Bergerac. So firstly, you want to go M to get the map up. And I've already done it, but all you want to do is you want to click, as long as it has an ILS, the triangle, and then tune nav 1. And this will basically tune the ILSs in course automatically for you, so you're ready to do an ILS approach. If you've done that correctly, then you should see LNAV and VNAV in that corner. Second thing is, we've just hit our decel point. You can just see there, we just passed it, which is basically where it slows you down to under 250 knots, under 10,000 feet. So as you can see, we're supposed to be at 240, but we're slightly slower. And obviously if you want to create more drag, then you just put your spoilers up with whichever key you've used. But as you can see, for the approach, we're just going to come up here, make a sharp right-handed turn onto the final. So a little bit earlier I had a message saying more drag on the FMC, so for now we're just going to carry on until we're about halfway between the decel and the first approach waypoint, and then we're going to put one flap down. Basically that will slow us down again. And yeah, it will just keep slowing us down until we get there. The way how I've always said it is just to think of it as gears. So once you hit one speed, you then put the next flap setting down. Then once you've reached that speed, you put the next one down. Basically like gears. But one thing we can do now is go down to the FMC, in it, and choose our landing speed. So I'm going to choose 30 at 134. Double click it and get it into it, and you'll then see on your map, on your flight display, that it says ref, so reference 30-degree flaps at a landing speed of 134 knots. So as we're just coming on down to 8,000 feet now, I'm going to put one flap down. There we go. And you'll now see that our speed hold has changed significantly to around 177 knots. So as we're still quite a long way out, I'm not going to put spoilers up or anything, but as you can see, if you keep increasing speed, you will go into overspeed. So basically you want to make sure that if you are still increasing speed, that you do put spoilers up, otherwise you'll be going overspeed, and you'll also be breaking the 250 knot under 10,000 feet rule. So I'm actually just going to quickly flip up the spoilers just to get a good rate of deceleration going. So as you can see, the arrow has now come up, and you can see that we're actually decelerating a lot quicker, which is the purpose of the spoilers. And just while we're at this point, if you do prefer me doing the videos like this in two parts, or you like the shorter landing video, because I haven't done it from like 30,000 feet, I've only done it from about 10,000. So if you prefer that, then make sure to let me know, and I'll continue to do that. But anyway, we seem to have a pretty good rate of deceleration now, so I'll put speed brakes back up. I'm going to give you guys a little view outside. So actually it's pretty late in the day now, late evening I would say. We still have some cloud, but I think we will get out of that, as you can see here, because the airport is like just over there somewhere. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly redo the ILSs. It is important to do that so that in case anything's been moved and you're ready to do the approach, but something's been switched by accident, then you should always check it. I'm actually going to put my landing lights on now, because I like to be ready earlier. Obviously, if you were doing a professional, like fully professional flight, you would have put your seatbelt signs on earlier. And in this video, unlike all the others, we can actually do a taxi, because I will have some time left over. Well, no, it'll stop the video from being too long. So obviously we will get ground services and all that. We can quickly just say repair landing. And that's about it for now. I'm gonna, because if you see, our speed has decreased slightly, so I'm gonna put them up again. As you can see, their speed brake armed, because we do want to get them down to 177. And that looks like water, I think. Don't know what that is from here. Can't really tell yet. And as you can see, S to D is now in red because we've passed our transition altitude. So we'll change that back to normal. Slow us down to 177. And once again, I will be doing a manual landing, which I haven't been doing for too long, but I have been doing in FSX. And I'll put the speed brake up now. Down now, sorry. And we will now, once we hit 177, we'll put flaps 2 down. And we shouldn't be too far off capturing the glide slope at this point. Okay, so we'll put flaps 2, and then we're going to slow down to 167. And as I said, flaps 30 will be our setting, so it won't be the max flaps, it will be just the one before that. So here we are, landing lights on, I do like. Nice TUI fly livery, so quite nice. And obviously if you wanted to make this bend more smooth, you would just select a standard arrival. I've just done this because in the flight planning I didn't really like the route they had done, so I just put it to a certain point and then designed the rest of my route myself, so I wanted to keep it quite basic for you guys. You don't necessarily need a standard arrival as I've done, but obviously it would be more professional, but doing it like this is just the same, gets you to the same place, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, so we are now at 167. I might put one flap down once we reach 5,000 feet. And also, this is my first time landing in Bergerac, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect, but we'll carry on anyway. From what I know, or what I can tell, it doesn't look like a very big airport, which is why I've chosen it. I quite like flying to the smaller, more rural airports, as you probably know, because most of the places I go are Alicante, Bristol, Exeter, Bournemouth, basically all the small ones. Okay, so we'll now put another flap down, and we're now going to slow down to 157. And if anyone has any, well, not video requests, but any flights they want me to do, obviously they'll be cut, they won't be full flights, especially if it's like a 3-hour one. But if they have any flights they want me to do, any airports they want me to go check out, or if there's anything they want me to show them in the tutorials and stuff, or just the flights and stuff, then please let me know. So we've just reached 157 again now. Obviously all I'm doing at this point is just putting the flaps down, and the plane is controlling the speed itself because it's still on VNAV. And it shouldn't be too much longer until we make the turn onto final, but it also shouldn't be too much longer until we capture the glide slope. So as you can see now, we're really close, just coming up to that final turn. That'll be the final time we check that. And there we go, we've now captured the ILS. So we're just going to wait for the diamond to appear. And you can also check this again by looking in the top corner for all this information here. So you'll see that the diamond says we're below, but we're going to keep descending to 2,500 feet. So as we do that, the diamond should keep rising until it's near or above the glide slope, or the correct position. Obviously it's supposed to be flown underneath, but at this point we've just picked it up earlier because we're coming in from the right angle. So as you can see, it is rising. So we're not going to click it yet, or we haven't missed it. We're just going to wait for it to rise up slowly, or we're going to wait until we're closer to 2,500 feet. So we'll slow down again, we'll put another flap down. That doesn't actually affect the speed that much, it's flaps 15 that will, and then we've only got 2 left until we're at landing flap setting. So here we are coming in over France, well, southern France. So we'll go ahead and put another flap down, and as you can see, it's going to slow us down to 141, which is nearing our landing speed. Making sure you're keeping an eye on the diamond this whole time, but if it goes above, just wait for it to drop again. But as you can see, it might stop in a minute.
1,000 to go.
So we've got 1,000 to go as it just in until we reach the altitude that I programmed in. So I'm just going to wait to see if that goes above, which it looks like it is. So in which case I'm just going to wait for it to drop slightly towards the end. So this is how the approach would have been flown. It's just because of the angle we've come into the approach. It's still rising, so that's fine. And we're now going to start to make that turn in a minute. So we should be nearing landing speed. Can't see anything now as we've entered the cloud. 2,500 there. Okay, so now the approach is ready. We've reached 2,500, so when this diamond falls next, that's when we're going to click approach. Okay. So you've reached 141. So we've reached 141. Diamond is now starting to fall again. So this time you will click the approach. And this will be my landing speed. I think 131 is too slow. So I'll probably increase the landing speed towards the end. So yeah. So as you can see, it's going to slow us down to 131, but I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. Okay, so in a minute we'll click approach. So 3. So we'll click it. Now? Yep, we'll click it now. Glide slope is captured, so we are going to land the plane now. So we should start to descend now, yep. And we'll now increase this back up to 142. Yeah, thereabout, or 143. We'll also put our gear down. And we've just come out the cloud. And I'll put final flap setting down in a minute. into the car again, sorry. There we go, you can see the runway. But final flap setting down, I think that is. Yep, final flap setting. And yeah. So in a minute I'm going to take the autopilot off. Once I'm happy that everything's all stable. Let's quick hop outside. It's a nice stable approach here. So now at 1,000 feet. So I'll take the autopilot off from around 800. And hopefully it will be smooth. Okay. So if you can just see the 2 red and 2 white.
1,000 feet.
Just got the 1,000 call out. And they just told us we were stable and we could continue. I don't really like that cloud covering on top, but oh well. So now I will disengage autopilot and fly this myself. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Try to do this manually. It's slightly above the glide slope. Correct that. Okay, there we go, bringing it back now. Okay. 2 red, 2 white again. Not entirely sure what that spinny thing there is, but this looks alright.
400.
400 I think he just called out. So hopefully you guys...
300.
300. Gonna go slightly lower now. Okay, so we're just gonna slide
200. 100.
glide slope warning for some reason.
30. 20. 10.
Pull back. And touchdown. Bring the nose down, spoilers up, thrusters is out. So obviously I don't know if that was the best one I've done. I think I had the sensitivity turned up a little bit, but it was alright I think. On the send sign at least again. I mean I always seem to get the send sign good, but the like touchdown stuff a little bit off, but oh well. So this will taxi up to the end of the runway here. But I'll actually just give us a quick replay now. Up there. Way too far back. Playback when not hit.
500.
So at this point it was nice and stable. And then a little bit messed up, a little bit of movement here as I was trying to correct everything. I'm not entirely sure how good this touchdown will be because it didn't feel too good, but maybe it was better than what it felt like. Yeah, it was an alright. Perfectly fine landing. And yeah. So that was it, guys. So actually that video has gone on a little bit longer. Gone on about 20 minutes. So I'll leave it here. Obviously this isn't very big, so you wouldn't be missing too much. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the 2 videos if you've watched the previous one. Once again, remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps me out and makes me want to keep making these videos. And yeah, so yeah, talked about all that. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video, which will obviously be out in a couple of days. So see you in that one. Bye bye.